Black Ops 2 is, without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, the best campaign in the entire Call of Duty franchise and one of the best games of all time across all of gaming. This is one of the few games that I have beat more than 5 times. In fact, I don't know if there is any other game that I've beat this many times except for like maybe Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I mean there are very few games that I've beat as many times as I have Black Ops 2. In fact, I beat it again for like the fifth or sixth time just a few weeks ago. And today we're kind of just going to be discussing it. I guess this is my first retrospective, full game review, whatever you want to call it. But there's just so much in Black Ops 2 that makes it so memorable. I think the thing that makes it most memorable to me is being able to customize your loadout. I haven't played every single Call of Duty campaign, but to the best of my knowledge, it is the only campaign in the entire franchise that allows you to customize your loadout for the campaign. I never played the Black Ops 3 campaign, so I don't know if that had or not, so keep that in mind, please. And this just added so much to it, in addition to all the other factors that make it so replayable. This game has like what, 8 different endings? I don't think any Call of Duty game has that many endings. In fact, I think almost every single Call of Duty game has like just one ending. But please keep in mind, Advanced Warfare was the most recent campaign that I've beat. I kind of just, with the quality of Call of Duty kind of going down, I just haven't as much interest in the newer ones. So again, please keep that in mind. But it's just such a replayable game. I mean, you there are and the challenges that they make it really replayable. In addition, there's so many different endings. There are the environmental objects, such as you can find like mortars, you can find machetes, Molotov cocktails, and the challenges, that gives you incentive to keep going back to the same levels over and over again to try and complete the challenges to get achievements or to get special in-game items like the death machine. That's a special item. Or if you want a certain perk or you want a certain gun camo, you have to go back and complete X amount of challenges in a campaign level. So all these things really just make Black Ops 2 so replayable, as you can just play it again and again and again. There's that one challenge, I don't know, 100% survivability rating. That's like the one challenge on every single level. You might have to play, depending on how good or bad you are, you might have to play the same level a few times in a row to get that one challenge. Story wise, I think the story is absolutely amazing, and none of the levels are ever too long. Each level averages about half an hour. Um, yeah, so none of the levels are ever too long. I think half an hour is a very fair length. I think one of the things that it didn't really dawn on me, I knew it, but it didn't really process until more recently. One of the things that I think made Black Ops 2 so memorable is it had a villain that you could almost feel sorry for. I mean, Raul Menendez, he's not a guy you would feel sorry for, but you could almost kind of feel sorry for him. I mean, he went through some crap in his life, and his sister Josephina, she died for no reason. I mean, but again, you can't feel sorry for him, but you almost kind of can. His actions definitely aren't justified, in my opinion. But I think Raul Menendez was a great villain. And this game just as a whole, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I mean, like I said, there was just so much replayability to it. More replayability than any other Call of Duty game, in my opinion, because in all the other Call of Duty games, all you have to work with, is just, random guns you can find lying around. In Call of Duty, in Black Ops 2, if you just wanted to do a campaign level with like the ballistic knife and the crossbow, hey, go for it. If you wanted to go Death Machine and Galil, go for it. You know? And like I said, the environmental objects, those always just added so much extra fun to it. Like finding, getting mortars or getting the galvanuckles. That was another thing that I think Black Ops 2 did very well. There was such a range of melee weapons. You had your basic knife, of course. And you could attach a knife to pistols, make that an attachment. There were machetes. There was one level where you had a sword. There were the galvanuckles. You could use a riot shield as a melee weapon. There was just such a range of melee weapons that I don't think had ever been seen in a Call of Duty game. I don't really remember the Black Ops 1 campaign that well. It's been a while since I played that. Well, since I beat it, that is. But up until that point, I think you had only ever really seen like the basic knife. I think in some of the older Call of Duty games, you could like bash someone with your rifle or your submachine gun or whatever. In, like Call of Duty 2, I think, and bayonets. But it just wasn't the same, as Black Ops 2. Running around punching people with the Galvan knuckles. That I always just liked the Galvan knuckles. They made a great addition to zombies as well. Such a range of explosives. If you wanted to use the EMP grenade, the flashbang, the smoke grenade, if you want to use Syntexes or just normal frag grenades, the throwing axe. There's that one impact grenade I don't quite remember the name of, but all these things just made Black Ops 2 just such an amazing game. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about. This is, like I said, this is one of the few games that I've beat more than 5 times. I mean, I could probably count on one hand the games I beat more than 5 times. You know, and this is one of them. I definitely consider it one of the best games of all time. And I think that's all I really have to say about it. If anyone has anything they want to add in the comments, please do feel free to. Thank you for watching. God loves you. I hope you have a great day. I'll try to make some more videos like this. So, feel free to put in a request, but that doesn't mean I can always get around to it. I can only really review a game if I've actually played it. That's all I have to say for today. God loves you. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.